hi everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Gaia: A Lost Eden. We are back with our Hyper Future campaign. This getting pretty close to the end of this four-shot as we are rounding unbelievably, the back half of this NAMI fundraiser month. At this point, I'm just so used to streaming every day that I think my brain just doesn't know what to do with the first 14 hours. Everything is just leading up to streaming time right now. So before we get into it and before I start to completely lose my mind here, let's talk about our sponsors. And not only are these our regular sponsors, but a lot of these folks really helped us when it came to NAMI. They provided a lot of stuff for us to do giveaways with this month, and we'll get into all that. But we could not have done any of this without the wonderful folks at Foundry. The folks at Foundry. Foundry is the virtual tabletop platform that we play on. It is, if you watch any of our games, pretty much the driving force behind them. The mod community that exists for it makes it really easy for us to modify and change these games to make them unique and special, and to make this online playing experience as immersive as possible. It gives me a lot of opportunity to do that, and provides a lot of opportunity for the players to get it in a way that you wouldn't enjoy a game in person. So check out Foundry if you're looking to replicate that yourself. Now, the only downside to Foundry, and it literally is the only downside, is that it is self-hosted, which can be problematic when you've got players in Canada, and you've got players in Carolina, and you got players in Massachusetts and New York, right? Or God forbid, we had players in the UK, California, Texas, all over the place, right? Where we literally try to get them from everywhere. That gets real tough if you're trying to use your own internet connection, but that's where Forge comes in. Forge has over 200 nodes worldwide to make sure that folks that are connecting specifically to your Foundry games have the best possible experience. They have a ton of online storage at a very, very reasonable rate, lower than anything you would get from any of the competitors out there in this market space. And with the online storage, I mean, it's comparative to what you would pay for like a Mega NZ, realistically. So check out Forge if you have not. They have not only are they specific to Foundry, but they offer a lot of enhancements to the Foundry process that make it even better and even simpler to run and get into making games. So last but certainly not least for me is the folks at Tabletop Audio. Tabletop Audio is the premier user-supported audio network where you can pretty much download whatever, whether you want the Lunar Outpost track that's playing in the background here, the weird sci-fi, or you want to run your classic medieval settings, 1920s speakeasies to Western cowboy themes. You can find it all on tabletopaudio.com for the low, low price of $0. You can just download the tracks. It's kind of amazing. It feels like 1998 and you're on LimeWire just stealing music. It really, you just start clicking the download and feel like somebody should be at your door arresting you. But no, that's what they do. You can download them all for free. If you want alternate versions of those, or you want some enhancements, go to their Patreon. Give them a couple bucks, and you get all of that, plus some extra additional integration with Foundry. So check out tabletopaudio.com if you haven't, and follow their Twitter, because it's really cool to watch how they make the music, and they post on their Twitter all the time. It's pretty neat. Justin, we got a bunch of prizes to give away.
Yeah, so many prizes. We have already talked about Forge and Foundry. They've given us a number of product keys. So if you win one of those, you go in, you get a for subscription, that kind of stuff. Chaosium has sent us over some goodies as per our Call of Cthulhu stream that we're doing every Sunday in May. Dice Envy, our regular dice partner, in addition to our monthly dice giveaway and that kind of $100 dice tier that we always do, they've sent over some mystery boxes. They've given us, I think there was a gift card involved. So there's all kinds of different stuff from Dice Envy coming over. And then also Benjamin Huffman at Sterling Gorman Adventuring Company, super generous, gave us a bunch of product keys for his pugilist class, his thaumaturge class. That just came out, so like that right now is $20 on DMs or on Drive-Thru RPG, and you can get it for free by donating to us, or to NAMI rather, not to us. And then his Ultimate Adventurers handbook as well. So lots of super cool stuff. We've got over $1,000 in giveaways from these wonderful, wonderful sponsors of ours. And the way you do that is by making sure that when you donate, we know who you are. There's an option to donate anonymously in the Tiltify link. Please, please, please don't do that. Donate if you don't want to if you don't want your name on it, if you don't want to make a big deal about it, just don't put your name or put a fake name in the name thing, and then make sure we get your email address so that we can get you the prize the prize you've so well deserved. We've got so much to give away, we don't want to have anything left over, so make sure we have that information from you. Thanks.
Great, yeah. So normally I would sit here and do a little recap of our last session, but Ryan was not with us, and we have Dylan not with us this week. So I'm just curious to see if any of you guys feel like you can get Ryan up to speed.
Look, I know you're looking at me.
Just that.
I'm not looking at anyone. I would never look at you.
Well, that's a little hurtful, if I'm honest.
I was coming to your aid there because I know you do this every Monday for us when Adelaide's not around. So
I do have good notes this week, but
okay? I mean, if you're proud of your notes, go ahead and take it away.
I'll do my best. Have I read them since last week? No. Am I gonna do this in a coherent way? Maybe not. But let's see.
This is why I don't look at you and just wave generally in your direction, because I know that you take good.
Thank you. All right, so we left Tev in a room with a kooky scientist that we met, who was just yelling over our little comm system for the whole episode. So that's the kind of blanket over everything that I'm about to say. So we ride this
island.
So we ride this platform down. So we ride this platform down into this room that shouldn't exist, couldn't exist, kind of thing. And there's this big arch that says Genesis on it. It's all very cool, and it's 50 to 100 years ahead of the technology we already have, which again doesn't make sense. How did that happen? So we kind of surmise that it must have belonged to the original colonists, and this is.
But there shouldn't have been any original colonists.
It shouldn't have. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And if it does not make sense, you must acquit. Thank you.
So
Thank you, Ryan.
Somehow there is this nexus system that seems to be communicating with / controlling Gaia. And we try to communicate with Nexus, and there's no response. So we just hack the door open, basically, and just go anyway and hope nothing bad happens. And nothing bad happened right away, so that was nice. We start following the lights, not in a bad way, just the lights in the hallway. And nature is
the light in a bad way.
You did, actually, that's true. And so we're walking through, and nature is reclaiming all this space down there. It's carved out of stone. There's no seams necessarily anywhere. It's carved into the earth. Beautiful laser cut, high tech type carving. And we find a couple of labs with terrariums and different creatures inside. We find little frog creatures, and then we made Dylan do the Pip voice for them. And I really recommend going back and watching that because it was very, very fun. And we find out that they are algaloids? Yes, algaloids. We also find some other stuff pertaining to the algae, that it is regenerative. For tissue, and essentially is functioning sort of as a healing potion, and we can just inject this algae, and it helps, which we got to see in action towards the end of the episode.
Okay, yeah. I need to see how you got around to the point where you're injecting algae, but continue.
Well, yeah, we're getting there.
Actually, we did skip the part where we discovered that despite algaloid and algae seeming super similar, they actually have nothing to do with each other. Algaloid is actually named for Al Gore, who was right all along.
The algaloids also burp spores essentially into the air.
And we have no idea what those spores are doing.
Round creatures. They don't seem to be toxic according to anything that we've read, but that's about all the information we have. And Chapman befriended an algaloid. and we left the lab with one after we fought a flower.
We fought a super angry flower that had taken our abilities.
Okay.
Literally stole our abilities. And so we leave the scary flower room and lock the door behind us.
I like to think of it more like you gave birth to a flower.
Well, kind of, yeah. But also, I don't want to take responsibility.
Flower.
Like, why did the flower that we gave birth to want to kill us? That's a little sad.
We definitely just had a conversation pre-show about how several of us have wanted to kill our parents. So I don't really think that's.
You got a point. You got a point. That is relevant right now. And as we're exploring further after we leave the scary flower lab and we leave all the little beetles and bugs and stuff behind, we find a room with an artificial sun that has a big radiation warning up on it, like it's completely locked out. And so we hack into it, and Flake goes in and is like, yeah, it's dangerous. I'm having a bad time in here, and I remove it. Comes out, and Chapman's like, well, I got all this algae. And so he goes in, and we had to solve a puzzle blind. So Chapman had the visual of the puzzle, and then we had the instruction manual for shutting down the artificial sun, and we had to communicate and give like information verbally because we couldn't see the console and he couldn't see the manual, and there was like an initiative order for that essentially, and he was literally actively dying of radiation poisoning the whole time. So
And
yeah,
just like getting
that's what we did last week. Pretty much, yeah.
I only injected twice.
And
not
that's
3 times if you include your rage.
Well, okay, but that one I'm used to. That one comes with the territory. It's part of the job.
That was incredible. Yeah, I don't. Why are you our tertiary analyst for our Monday shows? That just doesn't make sense.
Because I think I take better notes for this than I do for a Sinner stream, if I'm honest.
Don't say that too loud.
I won't. Chuck's not here. It's fine.
Well, Chuck can't say anything because Chuck doesn't take notes for a Sinner's Dream either. So
that's true. It's literally just
I don't take notes either. I do every once in a while. If there's something important, I message Justin or Trevor on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I take notes for Cthulhu, and that's it.
These are all my notebooks for different things that I have on the go.
Well, it's a good thing you guys didn't broadcast that over the internet or something.
So, great recap.
Wow.
Starting already.
In your recap.
Nice recap.
I'll remember that forever.
So Chapman's still drained and making it just pulling yourself out of the room. That the radiation now no longer an issue as the sun has been closed off and the system has been shut down. You pull yourself out, exhausted, standing at the doorway, kind of just looking at everyone in this moment of did we just really do that? And wow, that really hurt, right? And in that moment, suddenly over the comms, you hear that same voice again. Yes, excellent. Well, we have a development here as well. Come.
I'm going to kill this guy. He's gonna die. I'm so done.
Silas is gonna ease off of that dead man switch on the door. And I'm assuming it closes, but I don't know, the radiation's gone, so maybe not.
It does, yeah. As soon as you you essentially unhack from it,
That was crazy.
Fucking Chapman looks over at you. He's like, "Yeah, it was crazy."
I mean for
as
you.
He's like, as his skin is melting.
Facts.
Can I? Do you need anything?
mechanically, Chapman is at 2 levels of exhaustion. So what I need is to take another one of these shots and then get a long rest. But he'll of course, as the tough guy that he is, say, "No, I'm good."
Okay, well, I think maybe we should take 5 when we get up there, but your call, I guess.
We'll figure it out.
Nicole, you
My
think we're good?
systems could also use a bit of repair.
Yeah. Yeah, something's wrong with Flake. His voice is different.
EMP fried my receivers.
Sorry, buddy.
You should take a minute or two to look for any new moles.
On Flake.
On Chapman, you were in the sun for...
Right.
Like in it.
I got a great tan.
I would hope
So,
so.
the alkaloid still just kind of hanging out on your shoulder.
It's part
Well, once again, hanging out
it's
on
part
partial
plant,
Once
dude,
again,
like-
yeah. Yeah, it hops up from on top of Flake's head and pops right back up onto your shoulder. And then...
Yeah. I'm gonna like take a good whiff of the algae spore breath. What do I?
Without your breather on?
No, with the breather on.
Yeah, so with the breather, it just... You hear the breather, like, kick on. It doesn't... You don't notice any smell or anything.
Is there like any kind of like? I imagine this would be something that Flake would have to do, but is there like any kind of analyzer, like atmosphere analyzer, that I can just shove into that cloud when it happens?
Yeah, they. I believe you guys tried that last time, and you did. That's Flake didn't find anything toxic.
Okay, cool. Ooh, baby, don't you know that?
All right, so you headed back to the that main auditorium there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chapman's gonna try to stop himself from cleaving that guy's head off.
Okay. So as you
dead when we got here, maybe this one was too.
you make your way back down that hallway to that room, the lights cascading down from the ceiling, everything immaculate. That smell of ozone returns, and almost a slight antiseptic in the air as you step in. You can see now this lizard man, dragonborn like scientist just clacking away, and turning to what's his name? Tev, thank you. Turning to Tev, and he says, "You're really quite useless, you know that?"
Yeah, okay.
Just keeps tapping right. Ah, finally, someone useful. You, robot, come here.
He has a name.
Yes, whatever. And Flake, Flake comes over, and Flake comes over. Good. Help me with this, and he hooks him in to the computer. It would appear that you've got the AI's attention.
So plugging away at his wrist.
Yep.
Right.
What happened to you?
I walked in the fucking sun to turn off the security system. You twat.
Sounds dreadful. Well, good news. It would appear that there is some sort of medical facility at this other door. I'm trying to get it open now, but the AI is being quite cumbersome. You, Flake unit, what have you found? And you watch as Flake is connecting and trying to flicker you with those orbital units on his head.
AI.
Just start bouncing around.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to put your little conversation around. And as they start bouncing around, you hear this voice.
What the hell?
All right.
Ah, this system will do. Hello. Welcome to Genesis Laboratories. I am Nexus.
Oh, you are. There you are. We were trying to talk to you earlier.
Yes, unfortunately, my communications arrays seem to be down temporarily or not functioning. My database is limited. How may I be of service?
Well, it seems like we're trying to access this medical bay. As you can see, I'm a little worse for wear. Mind letting us in?
See, I will have to note that removal of lifeform A3746 from containment area is an HR violation. This will be noted as soon as comms are back online.
Understood. You know, I couldn't get rid of him. He wanted to come with me.
Yeah. Okay.
One moment. And with that, the door just and that other opens up.
I will look in that direction, see if there's anything immediately jumping out of it, and if not, press forward.
Yeah. So as you step foot or towards the door, you start to make you hear the Nexus system kick on again. Additional functionality. Perhaps this will make things easier. And you see in front of you in the door, this holographic vision appears, as if being broadcast from Flake. You can see Flake's like projectors broadcasting it out as this metallic AI representation of this Nexus system makes itself known to you. Apologies, please make your way to the medical facilities. I will guide you.
Tab's gonna start like pulling out like a whatever a future camera is, and just start like doing selfies with the holographic AI.
Are its eyes actually red like that?
They are.
Oh dear. Yeah, Chapman makes silent note of that.
Great. So as this AI begins to kind of stutter step and bring you down along this lengthy hallway, you see several doors they begin to pass by, different colors leading into different directions as you now enter what is essentially the applied sciences wing of the experimental wing that you were in previously. And while much of this facility again seems to be locked down, wherever Nexus brings you opens right up. Right, security protocols completely overridden as he walks by. Leading you down the hall and continuing along, you find yourself in what obviously opens up. Bright blue lights and monitors fill the room. Beds, as you step through, you can see this medical bay. I mean, it looks similar to what you would all have probably spent time in a similar hospital at one time or two during your training and whatnot. But it's very, very similar. And immediately you're hit with this smell of antiseptic, that like sterile, clean environment. Nexus pipes up again. Medical bay is equipped with the latest in technological advances. Is one of you proficient?
Probably not.
Proficient in medicine?
Correct.
I've got a
Yep.
+3 in wisdom.
I'm proficient in medicine.
Oh, there you go.
So, for you, Nicole, despite the fact that a lot of the systems, the stuff is strange, it's fairly intuitive, and you understand a lot of the anatomy is very similar. So the system itself responds pretty easily. You can see that with Nexus help, you can get the entire thing online. This will, for the sake of this being a very short-lived campaign, this will effectively serve as the ability to heal yourselves and get a long rest over the period of just a couple hours.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we'll test it out on Chapman first, just to make sure that there's nothing immediately.
It's funny, even though you're supposed to spend as little amount of time in these as possible, I've probably spent as much time in these as most people spend resting normally.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of brevity, you do one full long rest. You do 2, Chapman, if you need it. What is your?
I mean, if I don't have to spend one of those, like, what is? I mean, I don't want to like wait for the group to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Need 2 long rests. So I think I'd rather just spend one of the canisters for exhaustion and then use a single long rest to remove the exhaust.
Sure. Yeah. So as you begin to lay down on the bed, and the facility does its thing. These electrical, it's like mechanical arms come out and begin to essentially fire off. These nano electronics start to quickly repair all of the damage at the cellular level. That, accompanied with the alkaloid treatment that you have, quickly, within just a short time of an hour, completely heals you.
Is there, while this is happening, is there any way of me monitoring this process, sort of like, getting into my like wrist device and accessing the computers just to see like what sort of data log is coming out of the machines?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, nice.
Oh, 21.
21, great, yeah. So, plugging in and looking at it, I'll give you kind of, Flake had a similar readout last week. Most of it makes sense, but it's different. It's like similar and accessible, but some of the dating methods are different. Some of the naming conventions are different. The drugs referenced are different. Organizations referenced. Everything is just odd enough with the majority, but for the most part, when it comes to the anatomical ability for it to understand its subject, it even picks up on all of his cybernetics. Like the system is incredibly advanced, and although it doesn't recognize any of them, it immediately
recognize. Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't recognize a single one. They
are cybernetics.
But you watch Tev as it quickly figures them out.
Oh, so it not only does know what they are and then figures out that they are cybernetics, it literally like determines what each one of them do.
Yeah, in a very short amount of time.
As far as like the just specifically the nano machine part of the thing, the repair do they seem similar to what I'm using, or is it a?
So that's a complicated question. With a 21, I'll give you, because you can't see them,
right? In
this capacity, you only are seeing a
flow of data, basically.
A flow of data, exactly, right? And so you don't know that they are any different at a microbial level, but they are. The programming is wildly different.
I'm gonna start logging some of this and recording some of this data log so I can go through it later and maybe implement some of its techniques.
All the while, Nexus is just kind of like that hologram is just kind of hovering, and especially when you start to record, it almost it becomes interested in you, Tev.
This is goaded.
Please remember security protocols. All information must be deleted on exiting the facility. Personal devices are not
Why is
prohibited.
that, by the way?
I apologize. Global communication arrays are down, and I have limited access to my databases.
So you don't know. Okay. Not right now.
What's the date today? Or I should do that in character because I'm talking to it. What's the date today?
I'm sorry. Global communication arrays are down,
Okay.
and I have limited access to my databases.
How many days has it been since you had access?
Calculating. Hold on.
Figured out my fucking cybernetics in 2 seconds, but can't figure out the goddamn day of the week.
Look, timestamps are so hard. It's on Unix time, and it's insane at this point in the future.
And I was trust me, I was thwarted earlier this week by a space bar in a column in an Excel spreadsheet. So I don't want to hear it.
It's been approximately 368,432 days.
Now it's my turn
That's
for a calculator.
A lot of days.
Are we assuming the same year length to what we would know here? How many days are in a year?
Yeah, it's your standard 365. This for whatever reason, this planet has a very similar annual seconds. Actually, if anything, it is short by 4 days in a year.
1,000 years since this thing lost access to what it was supposed. There wasn't anything here 1,000 years ago.
That we know of. What's the purpose of this facility, Nexus?
Well, I'm glad you've asked. The Genesis facility is an advanced genetic research and sustainability laboratory.
Who built it?
Dr. H.J. Weatherton.
Species?
Human.
And native to this planet, or
I'm sorry. Global communication arrays are disabled. My databases are limited.
okay? Well, that's nice.
Is there
Thank
a
you.
connection to
That's-
these communication arrays here, or would they be accessed from somewhere else?
I'm sorry. You would need to reach out to IT.
HR. So it's been 1,000 years since this thing lost contact with its, with whoever was running this facility. Which it could have been any amount of time before that it actually, that the global communication array was running on its own, and whoever was running it was dead.
Absolutely. And you were told when you were you were told that when you colonized this planet, there was nothing.
There
here.
had been never anything here, and that was only
Right.
how many years ago? A couple
500?
hundred?
Yeah, a couple hundred, 400 or 500. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I could ask it that would be specific to this lab that would tell me anything useful. Oh, man. Oh, I had something and then it left. Damn it. Nexus, are there any irregularities in the service log from... Oh, God, shit. What is it? 386,432? Was that the number you came up with?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any irregularities in the logs from 386,432 days ago?
I apologize. Databases are limited. Last known logs indicate facility shut down.
In your protocols, are you supposed to be online in a facility shutdown?
Experimental AI security nexus maintains facility, maintains facility.
Thank you, Nexus. Well, gang, looks like we've got a mystery on our hands. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I was gonna say, okay, Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so
It's all about rights and land ownership.
Yeah.
Stolen history all over again.
Just to float the idea out there, is there a chance that somebody on the other end of these global communication or services intentionally shut it off however long ago?
Maybe to hide
Yeah.
something?
hide what happened to the people that built this lab.
Or hide that this lab existed in the first place. We've been on this rock for 500 years and have never seen anything like this. At least not on the books.
And he said that the person who made this facility was human.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That shouldn't be possible. I mean, the terraforming process alone would not align with something being here 1,000 years ago.
DM, as far as our level of technological understanding goes, are we aware, like, of any sort of existence of, like, time travel or attempts at something like that?
I would say no. There's been some research. Well, make a history check. I'll give you history or arcana.
Either way, it's about the same.
It's both intelligence, right? So.
Nice.
Oh, 22.
Big one, yeah. So you in particular are, because you're very into this stuff. There has been research done into a very short burst time manipulation, which is essentially just speed acceleration, particularly at the either quantum or nanoparticle level, where you can manipulate time, or at least make it appear as if you're manipulating time. Long form temporal displacement, no. It seems, and for the most part, despite how advanced you're all progressing, a lot of the technology that has allowed you to get to this point is a mystery to the majority of your scientists. It's as if you were handed the keys to a Maserati, but didn't have a driver's license. Had never driven before, and that's kind of how your species has been operating for the last 500 years. Has been more refiguring things out than it has anything else, if that makes sense.
Yeah, inventing them from scratch.
Right.
Yep. And with any information that we have access to, are there any records of a doctor with that name? Geez, sorry for the hiccups. Doctor with that name that are
H.J. Weatherton.
Yeah, are there any databases or just medical?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Very similar sounding name to Weatherford and also equally suggestive. Fucking Harold Johnson, the HJ.
Hey Nexus, is there any more information you have on Dr. H.J. Weatherton?
Personnel files.
Personnel files are classified. Further examination of Unit FL4KE has shown me you are not employees of Genesis Laboratories.
Oh, how long has it been since you've seen an employee of Genesis Laboratories?
Approximately 362,432 days.
Yeah.
Was that a misspeak on you, or was that it was intentionally 40,000 or a 20,000 year difference?
Oh, it must have been my misspeak. I thought I said 362.
Yeah, you said 386, 432.
386, sorry. My bad. 386, 482, yes.
Got really emotive for a second.
Nexus, are there other laboratories similar? Are there other laboratories on this planet?
I'm sorry, global communication arrays down. My databases are limited.
Is
there a
protocol?
local server? Is there a local server where your databases will be backed up?
Local server is main server room. Access from auditorium limited. Security clearance required.
I think that scientist asshole can give us security clearance.
Oh, actually specifically, he's trying to get into that room, right? He did tell you. Remember, your initial mission was to come in and shut this exact system down.
Do we break into the security room?
I'm assuming that's through our mental telepathy helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's in those too.
Oh.
He's in Flake, right?
Nexus,
Just kidding.
Nexus, what would it take for us to get security clearance to enter the room?
I am not authorized to provide security clearance.
Who is authorized? Who is authorized?
Managerial or director level employees.
We happen to happen to find like a key card or anything, have we?
I was thinking the same thing.
Did not.
All right, Sinclair, are you done, Boomer?
I don't know what else we can do here. I think we have to press forward if we're going to find anything.
Seems like it.
Yes, areas are limited. I can continue the tour.
Please do.
You said we're all long rested, right?
You're all long rested, right? So as Nexus continues to kind of guide you through this facility, for the most part, he pipes up to give these very almost long-winded, pre-programmed speeches about some of the research that's being done. Research into, again, sustainability, longevity. Again, it also looks like space travel. Now that you're starting to put some of it together, and even when you look at the algae and some of the terraforming techniques, it looks like whoever was here previously had a lot of the same ideas that you all had when it comes to trying to find a new home world kind of thing. That's a lot of this had to do with genetic manipulation and surviving somewhere else. As you continue to go, he shows you a living quarters. It's like a place with an open common room. You see multiple beds and like lockers, things like that, places where the scientists would have stayed here. Again, a lot of the furniture is modest, but comfortable, simple. Everything very simple, clean, neat. And even this room, though, there's like a hint of particles in the air. Everything is very clean, despite the fact that it is over 1,000 years old.
Nexus, are there machines that maintain the janitorial services in this facility?
Basic cleaning functions are performed by nanotechnology. Dust and materials are eliminated. This falls under protocols for Nexus systems.
Yeah, I wonder what else was eliminated in here.
No cap.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's no cap, man. It's on period.
Fucking Generation Theta over here.
Nexus, do you have any local information about what happened right before the facility shut down?
Prior to shutdown, all systems operated normal. Several projects canceled, deemed unsuitable. Laboratory ceased function.
Who was the last person to log into your system?
I'm sorry, personnel logs would have been stored in global communication array databases.
Nexus, do you know if everyone that lived at this facility left in a hurry?
Please define.
Did they flee? Run away?
Were there any emergency broadcasts on the last day of date of entry?
I'm sorry, that information is unavailable.
Would that be something that we could just look around and see if that was the case?
Watch your step.
Well done.
Absolutely. I don't know what that was.
My brother texting me, probably.
that was not Nexus, but it could have been.
Yeah, I know what you do
I-
in these games, Katie. I 100% thought that was you.
Could have been. I was like, oh man, I should have done that.
You
Yeah,
got this
absolutely.
round by
You can-
from Darkest Dungeon.
You want to, yeah. I mean, you can look around. You want to actually,
Investigate. a little?
investigate like D&D
Yeah.
before an AI could just solve all your problems.
Yeah.
I think
Would
what
it be
we-
would it be investigate or perception?
I will give you either one.
I'll do perception. Look
I'll
around.
do perception.
Would you consider insight being able to like see the state of the room, kind of like inciting what the vibe was or something? Like when
Vibe
this
check
room
the
was last
room.
left.
Vibe check. I'm giving a vibe check.
It's the same for me as perception, but if everyone's doing perception, I figured I'd throw something else at it.
I was gonna use my advantage, and then I didn't call it ahead of time, so we stick with the 12.
Okay, so the vibe checks. We got a 12, a 13, and a 17.
Yep.
Well, I didn't do mine yet. Doesn't matter.
And a 5. Boomers, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking JD gave me his rolls.
Yep.
It's been a couple days, man. So I will give Tev as you'll kind of just begin to scan around, and a lot of the facility is very clean. Everything in place, everything neat. There don't appear to be any personal belongings or anything. It looks like it's this entire area has been staged.
Almost like it was
To-
abandoned, but not with haste.
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone fled. It doesn't look like anyone ripped it apart, or there's nothing broken or anything of the nature. The one thing you do find, yeah, kind of looking through, and it'll actually. So let me ask you, what is Tev's living situation like?
Sort of a bachelor pad. You walk in the front door and you see his eating area, his bed, his, whatever we're using for holographic televisions or entertainment.
Studio apartment.
Yeah, studio apartment, just kind of starting to get on his feet, but there's one corner that's just full of all the latest sort of biomed, sort of, not biomed, but nanomed sort of advances and tinkerings, and there's like piles of stuff all over the place.
Now, Aegis has like a headquarters in the same city. So when you're working, what does that usually look like? What does your workspace look like?
Yeah, it's real disheveled, but it's focused primarily on, like I said, sort of nanotech stuff. You've got kind of a circular style desk, and unless you knew what you were looking at, like, it just looks like piled tech garble.
Sure.
Canisters and wires and different injectors,
Where
different versions of the backpack.
Yeah, where would you keep personal belonging at work?
Probably false bottom drawer. Just somewhere simple, somewhere analog, because everything's pretty digital now. So
Great. So you find a desk that you kind of look through, and you open the drawer, and it's not that there's a false bottom, but this has happened to you before. For whatever reason, the seam in this desk, and shockingly, it's almost the same thing. Something is wedged, like in and up above, like in the back of the drawer.
Yep.
Like at one point it was filled with papers, was closed, and something got pushed behind it. Right, that never got taken out.
Yeah, I reach there and grab whatever's there.
Great.
Oh, for real?
You pull it out. Your hands kind of wrap around it. It's almost like a glossy, thicker piece of paper, and looks like you've never seen this particular type of material before. But it is very clearly a photograph, aged and weathered.
Is there enough of the weathering left over that I might be able to scan this to sort of rebuild any of the imagery on it with generative AI?
Make. Do you have any tool proficiencies?
Geez, no.
Oh, geez, Rick.
Yeah, no, you have artisan's tools.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool, yeah.
So I will say that'll fall under that purview. So go ahead and make. Go ahead and just make an intelligence check.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You believe you can do it. As you start to scan and try to recreate the photo, you see that your systems are starting to put it together. Unfortunately, the general distance you are from your own communication platforms, it's just you don't have the cloud computing power to do it very quickly right here, right now. You think you can do it? It's just going to take more time, and you need to be somewhere else.
Right.
Not a couple kilometers underground in this strange lab and this weird electrical storms.
Okay. I will take the scan of that and kind of have that running in the background, and so that way when we hit somewhere where there's better connectivity, it'll continue to run. Okay.
Right.
And I take the original to everyone and go, family photo. Pass it around.
The electrical storms, they're not localized to this area, right? Oh, they are. Nexus. Is there something in the facility causing the storms in the local area?
Yes, defense system E4362.
What triggered the defense system?
Standard operating procedure.
When was it triggered?
Approximately
386,432 days ago.
176,432 years ago. Or days ago.
That's half the amount of time.
So, that's when we got here. 500 years. We arrived on the planet.
Protocol, maintain system integrity.
Yeah, I'm gonna, after having found that little parcel, I'm gonna keep checking around. I'm looking for like any names on desks or bunk beds or anything that might lead to who these people are. I know there's not any we can't access the staff records, but any analog sign, name plaques on desks, that sort of thing.
I'll tell you with your 17, although again the language is similar, a lot of some of the references and the way that it's used is just strange. But the only signs you've seen are literal like directional signs for the facility itself. And I'll give you the one thing that you did see on the sign, and Nexus did not point out to you, was an armory and AI security core.
Nexus. What's the final directive if the facility is breached?
Eliminate all intruders. Probability of system-wide breach 0.08%. Nexus security systems fully operational.
Do we think there's anything else to be like gleaned from this, or or do we want to continue on the tour? You know.
I look at the scientist and like, you heard it, old man.
That's him. Actually, he's still yeah, he's still clacking away. He's not with you, but he's in the auditorium, and you actually hear.
How's it going? Have you managed to shut that thing off yet?
You heard it, old man. Anything goes in there, everything dies.
You mean to tell me that you ageist elites are afraid of a 1,000-year-old security system?
This 1,000-year-old security system is operating with more technology than anyone you've ever known has ever had at their fingertips.
We are often intimidated
This
by what we don't
1,000-year-old security
understand.
system is smarter than you.
Sounds like someone's big mad.
Well, if you are not up to the task, then we will get more ASMO operatives in, and they will just crack it open.
I'm not sure if they will, based on what's happening right now and what we're
Pretty sure
hearing.
the security system will crack them open.
If we just have a conversation out loud, does he hear? Like, do we know that he hears what's going on in those conversations?
Make an insight check.
Great. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's difficult to say because, again, remember, you were looking at a holographic projection coming from Flake. And
I'm not worried about the AI hearing us. I'm worried about the other guy hearing us.
The scientist.
The scientist.
Gotcha. No. So if you just speak out loud, if you don't use the helmets, then no, he's gonna. Currently has no way to hear you.
Chapman pulls his headset out and motions for everyone else to do the same.
Yep.
What we found here is someone finding the ability to control the Gaia system. What do you think happens day one that Asmo gets their hands on this technology? Or more importantly, what do you think happens on day 100?
Nothing good.
How many people die the second they get their hands on this technology? Just because they're in their way. If someone got mad, if you were mad at someone and you could control the weather around them and put that pink mist out there in front of them or strike them with lightning down to the millimeter, how long do you think they last?
Probably not great.
Probably not long enough to have this conversation.
It's locked up, and maybe it should stay that way.
That was kind of my thinking.
Weaponized E-47-6 environmental disaster system can eradicate a 1,000-kilometer radius in 36 minutes.
Has that ever happened in your database?
Apologies. Global communication arrays are down. Database access is limited.
I think that's something they'd have locally, wouldn't you?
It's a lot of
Anyhow.
stuff that you think they have locally that we don't got.
So while we're kind of discussing, and hopefully I can catch a moment where the Nexus system isn't present or not paying attention directly me, I want to use where is it? Is that Arms of the Astral Self? There's an ability that I can use to make a little magical sliver, a little like nanobot snake, basically. See if I can find it. But I want that to come out and sort of just kind of go down my back and just kind of like hang out in the back of my leg, and staying out of the direct visual range of the holograph of the Nexus system. And I just want to sort of sneak around and follow behind us. And like if there's any strange door that Nexus is sort of avoiding taking us through, I want to slip that underneath the door and check out some of these other rooms. I'm trying to find the exact ability here.
I understand what you're going for, and I love it. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
If anyone can give advantage, that would be the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm happy to help with that.
Yeah, and I feel like we're constantly talking to it and trying to keep its attention anyway.
Yeah.
Not even knowing that we're doing it for that reason.
So I have this like theory based on everything we've learned so far.
It's a 19.
That
Do you think that 36 minutes is more than an estimation?
Well, I'm thinking bigger here. It seems like maybe there was people here before, and the same way we came and terraformed this place that was, we thought, a dead planet, maybe they were leaving because it was dying. We got there like
there would have to be more evidence of buildings, of civilizations, or something.
But why else are they building all this technology and then leaving?
Perhaps it wasn't their choice not to come back.
There's that.
Here it is. I found it, by the way. This is what it's capable of doing. So I'm not going to use the full length. It says 6 inches wide and 10 feet long. I'm definitely not doing it that long. But I can open and close doors or containers, pick up or set down tiny objects.
That is an odd skill for someone to add into this game. Anyways, I love it. So you have a little like sort of and it's cloaked.
Yep.
For the average person, like it shimmers a bit, but the rest of you wouldn't even. None of you would actually probably even see it unless you've got a passive perception above a 19. You wouldn't even notice it as this like kind of swarm together is in this very thin, small, snake-like pattern, kind of following behind you. He continues or I shouldn't say he. They continue to take you around the facility, and the only doors and the only sections they avoid are those two that I mentioned prior: the armory and its own internal, looks like server room.
As we pass by the server room, I want to, if there's any gap in the doorway, I want us to continue on following Flake, but have the little shimmering snake open up the AI door.
Okay.
If possible.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you that it will be able to immediately open the door, but given the nature of its of everything, I'll say it's able to enter.
Okay.
And I think for you, can you? So it has no sensory organs, so you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, I'm not detecting anything. That the whole purpose of this is I was trying to get the AI to go attend whatever's happening, but it's focused there, so we could do other things.
Right. So as you're being guided, the AI stops.
Nexus.
Unauthorized access detected. Nexus security system engaging.
Suddenly, all the doors slam shut. The doctor over the comms.
What is something going on? What has happened?
Remember that security system we told you not to fuck with?
You fucked with it, great. Shut it off!
I didn't fuck with it.
Nexus, where's the breach?
The hologram is.
Right, the hologram is gone.
And we're just locked in.
Beginning. Security. Shutdown. Facility. Lockdown. In place.
You hear that voice just kind of echo out through the hallways as the lights dim, and you hear. For those of you with sensors, for this type of thing, make a perception check.
Probably be me. Well, I'm gonna burn that. I think there's a like an electrical charge that goes across my head over some. There's maybe not a very important visual cue, but eyes narrow as a twitch of pain happens, and I hyper focus in on this. And nat 20.
Natural 20, yeah. So it's like your adrenaline suddenly kicks in, and it's this system that suddenly kicks into gear whenever you find yourself in these types of situations, and immediately you start scanning the atmosphere amongst everything else, and O2 levels are dropping rapidly.
Are we okay with our helmets though, right?
Yeah, it says it provides a
they're
steady
just
supply.
filters.
Filters out
They're
harmful particles and provide a steady supply of oxygen. That's what it says in the item description.
Yeah, I'll tell you from the atmosphere. So they wouldn't work to go. You wouldn't be able to breathe underwater. That was specifically it.
Okay. Yeah.
Nexus.
I look for a window somewhere into another room.
You look for a window. Just the closest one. You've got those two options, right? You've still got the two options, because that's where Ryan sent his little snake-like creature was into the server core room.
If we're gonna stop this, it's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
We gotta get into that room.
We might need to check the armory for a way to blast our way in, maybe.
I'll work on the armory. You work on the other one.
Got it.
All right, make an Arcana check, Ryan. Chapman, you get to the armory door. It looks like a lot of these, which is very heavy, kind of blast door. You go to access the door panel, and it just right off the rip, without with no checks or anything, it's locked down. It's secure, security clearance. You start to see it already.
Dirty 20, by the way.
Dirty 20. Chapman, what are you doing?
I think his instinct is to smash the control panel and see what happens, but that's probably a bad idea. And in fact,
only ever works in sci-fi shows. Right?
In fact, is smart enough not to do that on a 16 on the die.
Here's what I'll tell you.
Silas will come over and I'll be like, "Hey, do you want a hand with that?"
Please.
Great.
Here's what I'll give you guys, okay? As all of this starts to happen at once, and you're kind of looking through the armory, and you can see like shelves. You can see through the window that there are shelves and rows of strange like equipment and weapons. But you don't even know if any of them function. You don't even know. None of them look like anything you've used before, and they're all about 1,000 years old. You're assuming, so who knows? But as you're trying to make that decision and push through, Tev just immediately the door to the AI core opens.
Okay.
Well, we run in.
We're in, and yeah.
Ooh, fun.
Time for an AI to catch these hands.
Yeah, as you enter the room is dark, flickering lights across the floor, across the walls. Down this long hallway, you see the core itself, this massive eye-like structure.
We have no tokens,
glowing.
So I can't see. Sorry.
Oh, whoops! So hold on. All right. I thought I fixed that on all these.
There we go. Ooh.
This massive, like, eye-like optical structure, and it is a huge computer. 10 feet, almost 15 feet in diameter, floating amidst this radiation, this energy that is being fed to it from somewhere else deep in the facility. You can see the lights pumping power directly into it.
Can you get into this, or do we need to break it?
I can try. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Intruders detected. Security system. Nexus 0001. Online.
Okay, well, we better go fast, I think.
You watch as from the walls, those metal orbs that you saw in the auditorium fall down and just start rolling across the floor before they sprout.
Yeah, I'll take these. You take the computer.
Arms and legs as they just these like spider-like
droidicas.
Droid like android type things begin to crawl across the floor as the system just glows and pulses behind you, and that is where we'll take our first break.
Oh, fuck me.
All right.
Welcome back. Wait, right to the bass drop, and the system comes online. You watch these two droids roll out and immediately spring into action. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
There are fireworks going off at the baseball stadium behind my apartment, and they are very loud and sound exactly like what it will sound like in this room in a minute.
Ceiling has generated orb-shaped protectors. I normally get advantage on initiative because of my malfunction. It would be disadvantage. That would be disadvantage. Initiative is an ability check, so it just rolls out to be flat.
Sure.
First time that it actually comes out okay.
Nice.
I rolled a bunch of advantage and initiative checks and got single-digit numbers the entire time. The one time I don't roll advantage and it comes out with a 20. Amazing.
I can roll everything else with digital dice. I cannot roll initiatives, ever. I just can't. I have terrible initiatives every time. Hey!
You a crit!
Great. So all of you experienced combatants immediately leap into action, weapons engaged, and you, as you see these two, you all of your sensors at the same time, all this is happening, are starting to.
I'm sorry, I just saw what they're called.
Anyways, as you're
Sorry.
all of your sensors are also indicating that you're literally watching O2 levels drop now. You can see it in the air, and whatever that pink mist was outside, the components are also starting to filter in. So you don't see it yet in the atmosphere, but you know that the atmosphere is getting replaced with that same toxin that's on the outside.
And I imagine our filters are turning on because of that.
Not yet. Again, it's not bad. You're like literally, it's just a sensor. Now that you're all tuned to it, like you're like watching the numbers tick like up at the corner of your HUD, right? So,
cool.
Leaping into action, Chapman.
Cool. Chapman is going to, as a bonus action, take another one of those vials off of his belt and stab himself in the leg, and put the vial back and run over immediately. If I have control of my character.
Hold on. There you go.
If I have control of, there we go. Oh, nope.
Are you on the measure tool?
No, it's not even letting me.
The game's paused.
That's me.
Yep. There we go.
I'm really just gonna like eliminate that feature.
What is my speed when I am raging? Movement 50 feet. Fuck yeah. All right, boys. Let's have a good time. And he's gonna grab his axe and start going to town. We'll take the one to his right first.
So north?
We're going recklessly, yeah. North, yes.
19 hits.
All right. And that's going to be... $16 points of damage. Is that counting my rage damage? It is not. So 18 points of damage.
Yeah, hold on, I can fix that, I think. Should do it from now on.
Cool. And then I will attack the same one again. Damn, only a 12. 2 4s.
12 hits, actually. Yep. So
Wow.
first attack with your great axe, just cling. You hear that like it carves into the metal, and you rip it, and chunks of this machinery kind of go flying everywhere. The second one, it backs up a little bit. You swing around with that second attack.
And that is going to be only 10 points of damage now that it's including rage. All right, Tab, see what you can do with that computer. I'll stay on these. That'll be my turn.
All right, great. Oh, cool.
Just for the sake of clarification, these flickering lights that we see on the map, they're not like... Are they lasers, or are they just flickering lights?
They're just flickering lights. It's just the flickering lights on the floor, yep.
Okay. Well, I don't have...
Wouldn't you like to find out?
For now.
Since I don't have a lot of movement, I'm just going to dash over here and call it good.
Okay. Right. The this sentry bot right next to you that you just hit. Right, you can see like it's like maneuvering itself now. It stands, and crawling out from behind it. You've kind of seen that. You've seen this before. Are several like smaller, even orbs. They just start to drop off it, sprout legs themselves, and start to fling themselves at you.
Lovely.
They're not spider shaped.
Well, they're like spider.
They're all little
shaped, right?
flakes. Yeah. Flake's one of them. Doc, you gotta get out of there. Protect. We attack.
That's fine. It's just not. It's just like the worst possible initiative order in that moment. And it is going to. Let's see. It will. Actually, going to back up 10 feet. I know you get an attack of opportunity.
Cool. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's actually going to keep going. It's going to come to here. Cool. All right, Tev.
All right. Back over here. That kind of is obviously.
That's the core, yeah.
That's Daddy. Okay.
Yeah. I have this here, just so you can. See.
Okay. So I'm gonna move 40 feet here. I'm going to use my action to dash. Now that is, yeah. So action dash, is that double my movement speed? So my movement speed's 40 feet. Would that only be 30 feet for the dash or 40 feet for the dash?
It'd be 40 feet for the dash.
Okay.
You take your movement again, essentially.
Great. 40 feet there. And I'm going to use a bonus action to and a key point to Step of the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
And get right up on the...
Yep, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, as you get right up next to it, you can see now the core, this giant ball with these like optical sensors and other sensors and things hanging off of it. It doesn't even like maneuver towards you. The whole thing just continues to look straight forward, but you can see other parts of it on this giant ball structure begin to kind of look around and maneuver. And there are these like energy plates that are just kind of circling around it.
And what this looks like, by the way, you basically just see Tev's legs liquefy, and it kind of rides like a Silver Surfer-esque looking wave.
Just okay, right?
Yep. And that's my turn.
All right, beautiful. Great. So you watch as the this central core, things begin to whir and turn and spin, and electricity and just begins to kind of shoot up. You don't see anything else happen, except there are beams that begin to form along the floor. So now there's lasers. Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Eli.
Yeah. Am I being hurt by this laser right now? Because I'm standing there. Okay.
Nope.
Alright, I'm going to hustle up.
Very video gamey.
Here.
Wrapping the attack.
And I am going to use Dread Ambusher to get 2 weapon attacks this round with my action. First, I'll bonus action Hunter's Mark on this thing, and then I am going to slicey dicey with my arm blade.
Love it.
And I'm getting there. Aha. No, I am not.
11 just misses. Sorry.
Alright, I will try again with my second attack, since I am using it.
Nice.
Oh!
Hey!
Hello! Okay, so since I didn't hit on the first one, am I still gonna get my Hunter's Mark and my sneak attack on the second one? Because my sneak attack comes from...
You get your Hunter's Mark no matter what, and your sneak attack is
Sneak attack is
right.
once per turn,
Okay.
so yeah.
the first time you hit on an attack on your turn.
Okay. Okay, so... I am
Or
going
no,
to...
it might actually just be once per turn on the verbiage. There are some things that are the first time you hit on your turn.
Yeah,
I don't have it up in front of me, but I thought it was just once per turn.
Okay, so it's going to be
I
that.
think you're right on that one.
And then I also have an additional... Wait, there's more here. I have 2d6s, and... Wait, there's more.
Yeah, the
And
specific
1d8.
wording of sneak attack also lets you get it on reaction attacks.
So it's going to be 23 points of piercing damage on that.
Awesome, yeah. So, what does it look like? Is Silas comes in, arm blade,
Just ready to go.
ready to go.
Yeah, I think he just kind of goes into just like that hunter mode. Like he locks in on this robot into his HUD and identifies some of those weak points. Misses on the first swing, and then just readjusts himself and goes in and just tries to hit something critical on that second one. Just trying to help everybody be as safe as possible as soon as possible is where his head's at.
Right, yeah. So you watch the first attack of it just glances off the metal, but you use your momentum from rushing in to kind of spin around, and with that second one you actually rip through, and one of the orbital socket parts of this thing it catches and just scrapes and shatters. You watch wires and things rip apart. It starts to pull itself backwards, suddenly stumbling away. Yeah, that hurt.
Good. That's my turn.
Right. It is also going to actually. So before that happens, seeing the damage on these bots, suddenly from the walls, that pink mist shoots out, and you can see that swarm now just begin to kind of coalesce around the 2 bots that you're fighting. And you watch the damage that you've done just start to get repaired. As the Nexus Core uses one of its legendary actions to repair its friends.
They can fix themselves!
Son of a bitch.
And it's going to summon some more. Well, that was a good one. Hold on. Set a movie for a second. Great, and it is going to take its opportunity attacks from the 2 of you and back up 30 feet.
Yep, we're gonna do that. Not great weapon master. 13 probably just hits.
13 does hit. Yeah.
So we're gonna do this, and also I'm gonna try to trip it.
Attack.
Gotta make a strength save.
Yeah. Yeah, 19.
Damn. Oh well, worth a shot. Oh, that's a total of 14 damage.
14 damage? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Great.
Would have been rad though.
Would have been rad. Yeah. So as you go, you swing big. It like the leg pulls off, but like one of the other ones spins around, and it just continues to walk in its place. You also get your opportunity attack, Silas.
I'll take that.
And remember, if you hit, you get sneak attack on that too.
Ooh. Oh, and I think I will.
I
Okay.
think it's once per turn.
It allows
Wow,
you to
is
do
it
it
once-
on
is
your
it-
reaction.
Oh.
Turn
Not once.
around.
It's not once per round. It is once per turn
Yeah,
specifically.
okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. 20
See,
definitely.
that's why I needed you here, Shamil, because if it was me saying that, he wouldn't have bought it.
And it's true. That's why.
Oh, it's damage. There we go. And then a d6. Wait, was that my? No. Yeah.
That was just
No, that
I
was
have
just your.
Hunter's Mark
your
on
save.
this. But I have Hunter's
Oh, you
Mark
do
on
have.
this
You
one, right?
do. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's 2d6.
I mean-
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So 5 additional. So
Actually.
13.
12.
Right. Great. And that brings us right back around to Chapman.
All right, so I've already measured out. I have a way around the the little guy to my northeast or northwest, so that I will only take a single opportunity attack from the guy that's right next to me right now. And
Okay.
40 feet of movement doing that will get me to right here.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and that extra, it said 30 feet, but the extra 10 feet was to get around the other guy. So, in fact, I'll even go ahead and finish my movement at 50 feet there. And we'll do the old 1-2 smackaroo as this guy tries to heal himself. Had to hit something. Yep.
Yep.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
Good damage. 17 points of damage. And 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And 16 points of damage. JD, that opportunity attack would have been taken at advantage for reckless attack. The one you took against me just now.
Yeah. 16.
I think that still misses. Yep, still misses.
Great.
All right.
So you rush around with that axe. You one of the creatures kind of leaps at you, but just doesn't quite make it. One of these little robots. You kind of dart around, kicking up the wall almost as you run around the room. You smash your axe in twice into this thing. It's like stumbling along as it's trying to keep itself together.
Nice. That will be everything.
Fantastic. With that, we are going to get this one.
Just for the sake of clarification, if these SSB 47s have higher than 14 dexterity, that one that's at 20 will go before me.
They have exactly 14 dex.
Okay.
Anyways, so this one's gonna rush up. Just gonna keep follow you along, just hopping along after you, chasing, and it just throws itself at you.
The attacks are at advantage.
Yeah. That is a dirty 20.
Finally, it'll hit.
Or a full damage at an 8. 8 points of bludgeoning damage, 4. Half to 4. Yep. As it just kind of launches itself at you.
Excellent.
Great. Nakul.
First thing, we're gonna pull up the sheet. Bonus action. Let out that prayer again of Om as electricity kind of surges through him. We're gonna fighting spirit. And gonna run up in such a way I take an opportunity attack from that one.
That's an 8. That's a miss.
Yep. And I'm gonna take. We'll start with 2 attacks at advantage. Great Weapon Master, that's a 2. And that's a 21.
21 hits.
That can't be right. I didn't turn on Great Weapon Master. It's actually 5 less than that, but that would still hit. That's
16.
Yep.
The first hit is 24 damage. That's going to be a miss. I'm going to action surge.
Great.
Why not?
Why not? We'll do it.
We'll do it live.
2 more attacks in there. God, I should really have just done this live. So it's
17 hits. Yeah.
17 will hit. 22 damage. And
Man.
18 will hit.
Doesn't count the 20.
This attack doesn't matter. After the last one, immediately as you crunch down with the sword, you just show me, what does it look like? We've talked about Nakul fighting, but it's been a minute. It's what does this combat look like with this great sword?
I think in this kind of version, it's very like electricity kind of surges through him once more as these internal cybernetics overclock his nervous system, his muscles, and everything, and he charges forward. And I think the first 2 hits are supposed to look like some sort of like attempt at sword forms and things like that. But then as he kind of pushes himself beyond those limits, whatever cybernetics allows him to perform an action surge, it just kind of turns into brutality and animal instinct as he just starts crunching down.
Is parts and electrical components just go flying, like these mechanical limbs just as you just start ripping in like an animal into this machine, and it drops to the ground. Is that on your turn?
Yeah.
Right. However, at the end of all of that, you're breathing heavy. Again, that core activates, though that purple mist begins to swarm everything again as it once again uses its legendary action to heal its minions. And you watch those components just pull themselves back together. Alright, Silas, this little guy is going to come hit you here. That is 9. 9's going to miss, right?
9 will miss.
Nice. This one will come to you. Nicole, 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Another good damage. That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. There's a very fine shield that was around him, made of some energy that was projected that shatters as you break through the temporary hit points.
Yeah, great. This one is going to maneuver around you, Chapman, and you watch as this like protrusion just sticks out and electricity starts to spark around it as it tries to shock you. It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Fuck.
Oh god, 4 points of lightning damage. Reduced to 2. Well, no, yeah.
Yep, bear totem.
Yep. And this one, Silas, is going to also attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little 7. These poor little guys.
Doesn't make it.
Doesn't make it. It's a miss. All right, Tev.
Okay. Tev is going to start looking in and kind of putting his face up to this thing, not quite touching it yet. And he thinks he sees a little sort of an opportunity. He doesn't see any sort of way to kind of get in and start pulling wires or anything. So as a bonus action, you see the nanobots swarm out of his back as I use my astral self. With that, I realized that any creature within 10 feet must succeed on a dex saving throw or take force damage equal to my martial dice, equal to 2 of my martial die. So
good news for you. It has no dexterity.
Excellent.
So it automatically. I rolled, but it automatically fails.
Yep. And that is my martial dice. That'd be 2d6, I think.
Yeah. However, as you see your astral arms reach out and just start trying to hit it, those shields of energy stop every single hit from going through.
Okay. Well,
so you were just pounding. You were just pounding on this force field that is you can see the shields are actually just moving to wherever the strikes are going, even as fast as your astral arms can hit.
Okay. So that was my bonus action. As my action, you see Tev starting to get frustrated, banging on this thing, and he's gonna the arms are gonna sort of spread backwards and grab on to this machine, basically hugging it. And I'm gonna use Shock and Grasp. I'm assuming this thing is made of metal.
Yep.
I have advantage on the attack. If it succeeds, you take 2d8 lightning damage and can't make reactions till the start of your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Brutal.
Yeah.
15 hits.
Yeah. So you hit, but what happens is again, as you wrap your arms around it, you don't get to the machine. You are intercepted by these just metal plates that just form a wall, and you reach around, and you grasp at it with your shot and grasp, and the electricity goes through, but nothing happens.
All right. That would have been 10 points of damage, but nothing.
Think of like an aggressive. It's like aggressive Pong. These things, just wherever you go to try to hit this core, whatever you try to do, they're there.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use the rest of my turn to take my movement and move kind of in between where I see these laser grids forming on the ground. I want to be standing on top of that zone.
It's probably a smart move.
Alright. That's my turn.
All right, Nicole. This one is going to run up to you again. This little one here. Gonna throw itself at you. 17.
That hits.
All right, that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Disadvantage. Oh, that's not too bad when it's disadvantaged. 14.
Great. Silas, you see it from your vantage point now. You can see the core, and you see everything that happens as Tev tries to hit the thing. And those same shields that are surrounding it, as he backs away, suddenly they drop. And in that same moment, the world around you explodes. As all of a sudden you watch just everywhere that those lasers were, just like electricity crackles in the ground, and it just rips through. You can feel the hair all on your arms. Everybody that's close to one of these beams, like everything stands up, like it's gonna pull out of you. The discharge is so ginormous. Let's see. Everything inside that takes 14 points of psychic damage. Ooh. Including the little bots. Do you watch the shield drop? And the laser grid dissipate.
There it goes. Alright.
Silas.
My turn?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. So, since these little bots haven't done much to me yet, after they kind of like nip at my heels a bit, and that happens, I'm just gonna hustle up here. And I am going to go after this little robot again. Swing it around with my arm blade. 19.
19 hits.
Plus that. So that's going to be 16 piercing damage.
16 piercing damage. It just pulled itself back together, and you immediately just start hammering into it with your arm blade. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. More pieces start falling.
Not today, you little shit.
It's still up though.
I beat the crap out of this thing. It starts pulling itself back together. Silas comes in and just a quick nope.
Nope.
It's still up though. It's still standing.
That's me.
So with that, this one will take its turn. It's again, you're gonna watch it. One of those little prods just kind of slowly comes out. Electricity is shocking all around it as it tries to electrocute you. We're gonna go for the bulk of the damage came from Nicole. So 16.
Yeah, just hits.
Great. God, that's another one on that damage. 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
These poor FSB units. But with that, the Nexus Core is going to use its legendary action, and it is going to heal them. All right, and that'll be Chapman.
Excellent. Are those shields still appear to be down?
The shields appear to be down. Yep.
I'm run up, taking 2 opportunity attacks. These are not at advantage because it is the start of my turn, and I have not attacked yet. AC 17.
Yep. So the let's see. The first slam's a 23. Shock rod's a 12. So one hits, one does not. That's 5 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 2.
Excellent. And I'm gonna take some attacks, and now I'm gonna go reckless.
Hell yeah.
20 to hit.
Yeah, 20 hits.
That's 11 points of slashing damage.
Great.
And 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Ooh, baby. 18 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, 18 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see even though the shields are down, this thing is still tough. The axe is hitting it, but it is not like it's just very scratching this hard metallic like shimmering core. But you're doing something.
Gotta kick it while these shields are down. And that was 15 feet of move. That was 45 feet of movement. I'm gonna back up there.
Great. This one just cannot get to you. Just gonna hop along. Cool.
Hop along. We're gonna. So I'll attack this guy in front of me again. Still great weapon master. Not gonna go poorly. That's gonna miss for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. We'll try again.
Oh,
look at that one better.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with those rolls.
Oh yeah, but I was just hoping to take this guy out. That's fine. I'm still gonna run up, take all 3 of my attacks. Come on. Would help to be on the right thing. I'll take all 3 of my attacks.
All right, so you're advantage turn, yeah, right?
Yeah. I don't have anything I can do with my bonus here.
Oh, great. This one will. Whoops, a daisy. So it's going to rush up here, and the little guy's going to come and attack you, Silas. It's an 11. 11's going to miss.
Does not hit.
Next little guy. Gonna rush up to you guys. This one will hit. It was coming for you, Nicole, so it's gonna hit you again.
Yeah.
It's an 18.
Yep.
At least I can hit you. I think that's why I keep chasing you. It's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
This one here is going to come down a little bit, and you watch this time, instead of the electrical prod, that central eye just starts to light up with energy as it like fires out at you, Chapman.
Sure.
19.
That'll hit.
Or 9 points of force damage reduced to 4.
Yeah.
And this one's going to trot along and try to hit you. Try to hit you again. Silas.
Yep.
I'm gonna send you my little SSB 47 stat sheets when this is all over. Oh god. 9.
Nope.
Yeah. And Tab, you're up.
Okay.
Got like a +1 to hit. They do.
I'm gonna rush up to the AI core again. Well, not rush up, run up. And as I'm running up, you see the tendrils, the nanobot tendrils start crackling with electricity. And I'm going to use Shock and Grasp. $18 to hit.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage, yep, you're right.
Good fish.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Alright, that's 5 points of lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't take reactions. It can't take reactions to the start of its next turn.
Sure.
And I think that's probably. I'll spend 1 key point and take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Great.
You see, functionally, what that looks like. The nanobots are kind of making a 3-dimensional infinity symbol around Tev's body.
Okay, great, cool. All right, so is that, again, all that occurs, you get in, you shock it, you feel the electricity shocks all over it. You can see some reaction to it now as those plates don't react at all. This SSB unit is going to, they're just going to pig pile on Silas. For a 10.
Nope.
And then it's the Nexus Core's turn. So the Nexus Core on its turn, the shields come back up. As you watch that energy again just start to crackle around it. This time, a part of the eye itself opens up, and you see something akin to that artificial sun you saw earlier.
Oh. Oh
Great.
no. My favorite. Radiation.
Silas.
Silas, seeing these new lasers appear, is just gonna sidestep his way just over here and attack from this angle. And just honestly at this point, kind of just trying to go ham on this thing, because he figures if I can do more damage faster than they can heal, then eventually this has got to work, right?
Sure.
Nice.
That hits.
Okay, that's will do. And I get 1d6. So that's 7 points of piercing damage. And yeah, I'm not even gonna disengage. I'm just gonna stay put, actually. So I'm good.
Right. Not even going to disengage. Got it. Yeah, it is going to maneuver around you though, like a spider, kind of trying to move around behind you. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's going to try to hit you with that shock prod. It's for an 8.
Not today, little guy.
Not today, Chapman.
All right. Has the shield went back up when these lasers went back up? Correct.
Correct.
Cool. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna move right now. I'm gonna move right over to the other big guy. No, I'm gonna move right in between all of them, right there, and I'm just gonna start swinging. I'm gonna try to take out both of these little guys here. See what I can do. It doesn't appear that we can take out the big guys. Maybe we can take out the little guys. $20 to hit.
20 hits. Yeah.
15 points of slashing damage.
On which one?
On this one.
The little one. Yeah.
The south. Little guy to the south.
Great. Yeah, you're 15 points. Just you watch your axe just as you spin around completely cleaves it in two. You watch the little one as the part of its head starts to fall off. The rest of the body shakes. And it explodes.
Had a feeling.
Of course you did. So just
as soon as
12
you said
points.
shakes, I had a feeling.
12 points of lightning damage to everything within 10 feet of it. Which would be Silas and you, reduced to 6.
Does it also do that damage to the other little guys next to it?
It sure does.
And I'm willing to bet that that's enough damage to take them out.
Sure is.
So they also, presumably, go boom?
It's another 19 points of lightning damage.
Have to
8. Not so much for Silas. But yes, all 3 of them are dead.
But a second 12 points of lightning? Is that what you said?
It was 12 points and another 19 points.
And then 19, okay. Yikes. You're making up for all those misses, JD.
I knew I could hit you that way.
It was coming eventually.
Well, that was one hit, so I'm gonna swing at the guy at the top again.
Sure.
15 to hit.
15 will hit.
16 points of slashing damage.
16 points.
And I'm not administering it, but would you allow me to toss one of these health potion injections to Silas as a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action, sure.
That is my bonus action. Then Silas, you can. Maybe I can actually. Can I just drag it to his sheet?
Probably. If not, I can or he can. It's the reject, right? The health one, right?
Reject, yeah.
All right, yeah, I got it in there.
Thank you. I see it.
Beautiful.
There you go. And I will -1 from my inventory.
Thank you.
She's gonna rush over to you. He is going to throw his body at you. That is a 20 for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Lovely.
Yeah, cool.
All right. These guys don't seem to need the most damage to explode. So we'll use regular attacks. Hopefully just one.
Oh my god.
10 misses. Yeah, just kind of darts to the side. Yeah.
Well, there goes that cool idea that I had. Yeah.
21 hits.
Yeah.
For
10
10 points.
damage.
Yeah, it is real low, but it's still like dragging itself on one leg.
I'll wait on this one.
Right. With that, it's going to like propel itself with its one leg at you. That is a 12.
That misses.
And this one next to you will it's just gonna do its shock prod again for a natural 1, so never mind. Yeah. And Tev.
Okay. Gonna move away from this core first. And watching these two tiny things going at it. And I'll reach out with my, just standing there normally, running back, but standing there normally, I'll let my arms do the work, and we'll swing at this thing.
Both gonna get.
That's
so
an 18
hurt.
to hit.
Yeah. 18 hits, yeah.
That's 8 points of damage.
So yeah, you both take 14 points of lightning damage as it just explodes out in all directions.
Can I use my shield to block that as a reaction?
What is the...
It's +5 to AC.
Gives you the dodge action, right?
No, it's +5 to AC.
Yeah, I didn't really build, I didn't build a save into this. I probably should have,
okay.
but it was, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Justin will lambaste me for it later.
Would he have been able to possibly use a second attack to shove it before it exploded?
Sure.
All right, we'll do that. It is shoved.
25 hits, yeah. Where are you shoving it?
Shoved. Up your ass.
If I can run the diagonal towards towards that other one that's over here, I don't know how far I can get.
Just throw it right at me, asshole.
Thankfully, it's not enough damage to hurt to kill this one. So, yep. Beautiful. All right, with that, the Nexus core is going to go, and you watch that sun just kind of again just starts to whirl and spin. That corona goes, and these waves of just radiation and fire just cut across the ground. That is, I guess I'll roll it so you guys can see how badly you don't want to step in there.
Yikes!
Back to see the screen explode into dice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one explodes.
How much damage do I take?
13 reduced to 6. And then this one also dies. And that will end its turn as you watch those shields once again drop.
Alrighty.
Eli.
Sorry, was it a bonus action or an action to inject that stuff?
It would be like using a healing potion, yeah.
Yeah, but how do you rule that? Because not everyone does that the same.
So I think it is an action, and I think the only reason I rule it that way, and somebody correct me, and I believe this had to do with Ryan at one point in time. It is a specific thief ability that you can use items as a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's thief specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Just checking. Okay, so Silas is going to disengage. Use my cunning action to disengage, and just like get out of the way. And I am going to go ahead and inject myself with that.
Perfect. Yep.
The fire rejig.
Yeah, so it's a 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Woo-hoo.
6 points of healing. As this one
be it.
is also incapacitated. So actually, yeah, that's these guys are both. I don't know why they don't have their little skulls on them.
Oh.
You didn't even need to disengage, so I will give you your bonus action back.
I will move my hunter's mark to the Nexus core then.
Okay.
As my bonus action.
Maybe.
Sure.
Nice.
Great. You guys watch as this pink mist shifts and shimmers. It no longer focused on the robots. The Nexus core, several of those eye-like units on it just begin to focus and train on all of you. The shields still down. They actually just start to reposition themselves along the outer ridge of this, and energy just starts to kind of vibrate through them.
Probably all got Hunter's marked.
And also it's Hunter's marked.
Oh, I was joking that it Hunter's marked us.
Oh.
Chapman.
Well, gonna try to kill it. Gonna run for it. Axe in the air.
Whoops, I didn't make this visible when I just did that. So just to be sure.
Okay. Well, hold on.
But the shield is
Where was
down.
I was here.
The shield is down. Well, actually, the shields have repositioned themselves, I should say.
So wait, so it did that not on its turn then?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
That was its legendary action instead of the healing.
Okay. Then I will move to the edge of that bullshit. These lines are oddly shaped, JD.
Yeah. I figured the majority. You're safe there.
Okay. And then I will throw some hand axes at it. I've got 2 of them. Might as well use them. Hand axe has ammunition on it. I'm just gonna roll d20s for it.
Yeah, it'll take me 2 seconds to fix it, but yeah, go for it.
That's 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
And a 27.
Yeah, 27 definitely hits.
All right, that's gonna be a d6 plus 6. That's a 5 plus 6. Oh, you gave me a crit. I'll take that.
Yeah, no, you don't. I was just making sure it worked. I don't give crits out. That would be the only 20 I roll in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, 24 streams in 31 days, and this is the first crit.
Beg to differ, but
It's true.
All right. Well, that's my 2 hand axe attacks. It was, by the way, it was 11 damage on that one that I connected with. And let's see, I moved 25 feet. I think I'm gonna pop into the corner here. That'll be my little happy place for the moment.
Thanks.
The shield didn't come up and block the hand axe.
Nope.
Alright. Cool. Probably first things first, we're gonna second wind. Seems wise. Tev, next to me, here's a bunch of like bones cracking and realigning into place as this as a bunch of little nanobots heal me up for. Oh, sweet.
Nice big 9, yeah.
Lit.
That. Move in. Great Weapon Master. For all the good that it does me. For sure, no.
Yeah, 10's not gonna hit.
There, but that
nat 20.
Natural 20 will.
All
It'd
right.
be super cool to have a bonus action right now, but I don't have that to do another attack. Instead, we'll just do 31 damage
Nice.
and back up.
Bibbity bobbity, back the fuck up.
So big strike as you come in. Now all of you kind of darting in and out of this, out of its range, just attacking. You notice that the core itself doesn't do anything when you back up off of it, but it's still just like electricity and sparks are kind of flying everywhere. Ryan.
All right. Let's see. I've got plenty of movement speed. Yeah, so I'm gonna run up. I said I'm gonna run up. There we go. And
What up, damn it?
and take a very combative pose, but really just to look cool as nanobots do all the work for him as he's wont to do.
Nanobots, roll out.
Yeah. 22 hits.
Yeah. For 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Extra attack. That's a 19 to hit. For 8 points of damage.
To stun.
Can I do stunning strike?
Rules.
I will tell you it is as a con. Yeah, I don't know if every construct is, but it is immune to. It has no dexterity, so it is immune to stun.
Okay, that's what I figured. Flurry of blows.
It's and charmed and diseased and exhausted and frightened and grappled and peril.
So 2 more unarmed strikes using flurry of blows.
Reduced threat Marut over here.
25 to hit. Not one on that, but that's 5 points of damage.
Right.
1 more punch. Yeah, I give him a heckin' punch and 20 to hit.
Heckin' punch.
Oh, caught those hands, man. 10 damage on that one.
Pooched him.
And back into safety between the lines.
Safety.
The rest of my movement.
Yeah, so as the core lets out that shock, that you see that the lightning just like shoot across the floor again, Those optical units looking at each one of you one more time as it starts to shift again. Those plates, those shields that were there protecting it a minute ago, start to maneuver around. And you watch arcs of electricity kind of arc off of them as beams start to fire out in all directions. I need everybody within 30 feet. So that'll be Tev, Nicole, and Chapman. I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
I'm pretty okay at that.
I'm not.
Not if I roll a 2, though.
Oh, not one.
Oh.
Right.
Can I shield
Hey,
this?
for barbarian saving throw proficiencies, it's strength and con, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my screen, the other 3D dice knocked into mine, and it turned the 2 into a 20.
Ah.
So now the important question: how many augmentations do you have?
Excuse me?
How many implants do you have?
Is that things that would be considered, that would be attuned to in the setting?
Correct.
2.
2.
And how many do you have, Chapman?
I think just one, technically, that I'm attuned to. Or
No,
are you saying
you have three. You have 3, right?
Okay. Some of those things don't require attunement, so I wasn't sure how you were ruling that. But no, I have 3 magic items.
All 3 of those that you have require attunement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the AATS module, the CO106 Titan, and the Atlas. Yeah, all 3 of them. That's what those little stars are next to them.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
so the 2 of you take 8 points of electrical damage as your own systems and your own implants begin to short circuit and burn inside you. Chapman, you take
to save.
yeah, so you're going to take half.
Okay.
So you're take 10, reduced to 5, reduced to 2.
Okay. I am now below half health.
Silas.
Welcome to the club. Okay.
I'm not doing great.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I've taken 76 points of or 72 points of damage, and I'm now below half health.
Damn. I kind of was expecting to go down when that happened, but it didn't happen the way I expected it to.
What? What do you mean?
Because the lasers on the ground, I was right in the beam, but then you didn't use them. So I kind of going into it was like, well, that's it, but I'm still here.
Were you? I don't think you were in them. Did you move?
I was when you had the lasers the other way.
No.
Yep.
You wouldn't have done that.
Oh, I didn't put myself there, and I put myself there, and then you put the lasers there.
Oh, hold on. Wait. These ones?
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
Yep.
Oh man. I wish you just hadn't said anything.
No, put them back. You changed them. Put
Hold
them back
on.
the way you had them.
Make an intelligence saving throw. I was changing them because that attack went off. I didn't realize you were there. I somehow missed you.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw. Oh, that was the wrong one. 1 second. And I do have +3 to this.
Nice.
It's not in here. Okay. So it's 18.
18 succeeds.
No, yeah. Okay.
You're going to take half of this.
Okay.
So it's 22 reduced to 11. Psychic damage. As your own electrical implants, just in your head, your general your general cybernetics and computers just start to erupt as this massive wave of just like static charge just it passes down those lines. Still good?
I am up.
Good, excellent.
And that's all I've got.
Great. Now the beams change.
Thank you. Thank you for hurting me.
Shield up now.
Nope.
I'm
He's
going
like,
to.
he's like in phase 2. You guys are doing good.
I see that that Chapman's been kind of avoiding getting hit up in that corner, so I'm gonna kind of use my movement to sort of mirror that. So I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm going to I'm gonna hit something almost like you know, like the insulin monitors, like the cool new ones that the diabetics have that like just stay implanted. So he's kind of got one of those, but I'm gonna hit a button on that, and it's gonna cast like cure wounds essentially. And I'm gonna try and get some health back here. Which will give me 7 points of healing.
Right. You got glucose in check.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. So as some of those wounds start to close immediately, as that those nanomachines go to work trying to fix you up your internals, giving you just enough chance to kind of breathe again as all of your electronics settle down. Smoke still kind of pouring from your ears.
Yeah.
Chapman.
Well, Chapman's gonna do what he does. He's gonna run in 15 feet. And he's gonna give a 1-2 smackaroo. Somewhere Jay is laughing at that.
Nice.
Good fucking god. 2 11s. That's not gonna hit.
Does not.
There we go. 21
will. Yeah.
Another 3. Good lord. 12 points of damage.
Hung out on the 11 for a second for me.
He's gonna go back to from whence he came.
Great. You're cool.
Yep, same deal, I guess. In and out.
Animal style. Literally.
You have rolled more 2s tonight.
And there's my other miss.
We were really trying to give JD a run for his money here.
Maybe I have that Emily Axford thing. Maybe I can only play spellcasters from now on.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop using Great Weapon Master.
With a +2 to hit. Yeah.
My one of our DMs is he doesn't allow it in his games, and I honestly I don't even know why now. Could you imagine though if Wilhelm had Great Weapon Master?
Yeah, you'd literally have hit one time the whole campaign.
Ryan.
All right.
You did a fuck ton of damage that one time.
Again, gonna sprint forward. And just send this swarm of nanobots at this thing. That took a voyage. That's a 21 to hit.
Tev's doing fucking work on this thing.
Yeah, 10 points of damage on that. Second strike. 19 to hit. I'm assuming that's okay.
19 hits, yeah.
For 6 points of damage. Flurry of blows. Got 20 to hit for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, yeah.
And last hit here. Nice, 25 to hit for... Whew, another 10 points of damage.
Good lord.
Yeah, so you can see again on all the monitors around this thing, like alert boxes keep showing up, just to get these holographic projections, just like as it just continues to take a beating. But those plates are like cracking. It's like energy just continues to fire between them and the cores. It's just drawing more and more. You're seeing the lights that are all around it just start to pull and draw more and more power.
And yep, I'm gonna move away the rest of my movement, and that is my turn.
Right. Yeah, those beams, that artificial sun again opens up. That like these 3 huge beams just rip across the room. As another static shock just like pulses out from it. I need
That's
everybody within 30 feet
balls.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that all of us, I think?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, this is not
Fine. This is
There we
gonna...
go.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh.
Chapman success, Nicole success, Tev fail, Silas fail. I know two. Let's see. You've got 2. Okay, so 2 with 2 and 1 with 3, or 3 with 2 and 1 with 3. So 9 points of lightning damage. So those of you with 2.
Yeah, I collapse to the ground.
Yeah.
And Chapman, that is. I'm sorry, Nicole. You take 9 reduced to half, so 4. Chapman, that's a 4 reduced. I mean,
Half
10,
and half
10,
10,
half,
or
5 down to 2 again. Yep.
You hear that Ted is down?
Yes. That's Silas.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's me.
Again, everything's swirling around. The plates are moving rapidly. There's electricity everywhere, and we are in, final
Duel
form
of
time.
Fates just came on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you're making it more. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a really good time.
Imagine if I only showed you this once and then said figure it out from there.
Yeah, I mean, what fun. Okay, so if I were, let's say, to want to drag Tev out of that, what would that do to my movement?
So off the top of your head, like it's going to reduce it to half for every 5 feet that you need to drag him, right? So if you're going to take him to 15 feet here, you'll be able to get yeah. I mean, you'll be able to pull him into like this safety mark here, but you'll still be within 30 feet. You won't be able to get him to like here.
No, but even to like get him back to where I am right now.
Gotcha. If you want to get him
15 there, and then it would be 15.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get back to you.
30,
You'd have to pull him like here, yeah. These spots are okay.
Okay.
Like right here seems safe.
I am not doing that great anyway, so I'm gonna grab him and if I can pick up my own token, which I cannot do.
Wait.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't. It wasn't. Well, yeah, I didn't end my turn. It's my fault.
Oh. Okay, so I am going to pick him up and drag him into that spot, and I am going to rip that needle out of me, and I'm going to pump a Cure Wounds into him. Which would be my last spell slot.
You just share needles with that guy?
I
Like,
was just
fuck?
about to say, I was like, you're gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
We're literally both on the verge of dying anyway, so
A bloodborne
it doesn't
pathogen.
seem like a big deal right now.
Silas is
Blame it
30.
on
He looks like he's definitely got like a syphilis.
Great. Damn, that's so shitty.
It's literally better than nothing, though. So
So there's
Yeah, 2
two.
hit points. Yeah, he's up. So
If you and then I am going to shimmy myself back into my corner here because I can't get him back, but like I'm not doing so hot, and I'm gonna try and preserve what I can for myself too. So
great.
that's me. If you want to shift his token for me, please and thank you.
Right, bring it there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Chapman.
Chapman is going to.
So, anyways, I started blast.
It's going to pop right up in front of this guy. In the words of Mercheray, pop, pop.
yeah. Hey, that's my line.
That's 2 good pops, or that's one good pop there. I'll go ahead and roll the second one. Yay! So that's 2 hits. Oh, it's not letting me go back and roll the damage for the other one, so I'll just roll a d12. 9 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
On the first one, and then there we go, 18 points of slashing damage on the second one.
Okay.
And then we're gonna move right over here. That's a total of 45 feet of movement. And we're going to hand our dear friend here one of those potions, one of those back to tanks. Algae
Gotcha.
back to tanks. So that you can administer it your damn self as a bonus action. And that'll be my movement action and bonus action.
All right. Cool.
Yep, we'll turn off your weapon master, run in, and watch me hit above 15 on both of these.
Yep.
Oh, so close, it's teasing.
What was a 14? 21?
It would have hit, I think, with
Well, yeah, it would have been a 16, yeah.
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. There's your great weapon master.
Yeah, as you do. For a total of 20 this turn.
If you'd have left it on, you'd have rolled 2 3s. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, I can't really get out of this field, so I might as well get as far back as I can. Or just stay in it. Doesn't really matter. I can't get out, so I might as well just be ready to move out next time.
Yeah. That being said, the central core itself is like things are just sparking and electricity is flying everywhere. Like things are cracking. Like the metal shell that you can see on this thing is like it's starting to break and fall apart. Parts are like falling off of it. Ryan.
Yep. So I'm not seeing it in my inventory, but I definitely need to take that.
Just roll 2d4.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just okay?
It's a regular health potion, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
There we go.
8 points. Then I'll use my movement. Get the fuck out of there.
Great.
Nice.
That in your turn?
I don't think I have anything super great for bonus actions, so yes. Actually, I was incapacitated, so my arms disappeared. So I use my bonus action to bring back my astral arms.
Great. Alright, the core, again, shaking, vibrating. That sun rips through, and it just cuts you down, Nicole.
Yeah.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Alright. Look normal. Yeah.
And that will fail.
Probably.
Oh, that was the dex one, but that's alright. It's all the same.
Oh.
Okay.
For 20 points of radiant damage.
I'm still up.
Hanging on.
Nice.
Hanging on.
And then I need the three of you to each make Constitution saving throws.
Come on, baby. Nope.
Oh.
13. That's a fail.
Nicole, natural 20.
Nicole
13 and 2 failures. Alright, so for those of you with 2, that is 8 points of lightning damage. Reduced to 4 for Nicole. That is
reduced to 4 for me as well for raging.
plus another 1 for you.
So 5 total.
Right.
How hurt does this thing look?
It's bad. It's like jalopy pulling into on one leg into a gas station.
Limped on down the shoulder on the rim.
Right.
Okay.
But just to make things worse,
Not great yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and do. You know what? Yeah. Why not?
Reasonable, yeah.
Silas, make a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Just hit a nat 20 real quick.
Do a crit.
Just do one of them crits real quick. That's not. That's a big fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
here it comes.
Chapman.
Fuck. Oh man. Chapman's gonna be real pissed about it, but he's gonna move over to this one safe space right here. He's gonna lean
Snowflake
down and jab Silas with the with a health potion with a 2d4 plus 2. I'll roll it. For 5 health.
Thank you.
And he's gonna drag Silas into that space. So I've used 15 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And I think he's just gonna come right back over here.
Cool.
That was exactly 50 feet.
Well, gotta do. Guess we gotta go for it. We're gonna Great Weapon Master again. We're gonna go for a final surge. Not final. Another surge.
Okay. Yeah.
With electricity there. We're gonna do this with advantage. Give myself my 5 temp. So that's a 16.
16 is its armor class.
Okay. Oh, that's a good roll too.
It's 24.
Oh, 24 points of damage.
Nicole.
Oh.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Kind of seeing all of the electricity sparking everywhere. I think there was a minute of that sensor in his head that tells him when there's danger around, that showed another ally went down. But as soon as he saw that Chapman got him back up, refocus there. Inhale, exhale, take a breath, find a spot, and kind of just jab the sword in there and brace for whatever comes next.
Yeah, so you jab the sword just into that orbital, like, optical center. You can you watch the plates kind of separate on all sides, like electricity arcing between them and this central core, which now is, as it opens up, you see that is made of this like deep purplish crystal. And as everything starts to vibrate and that the sword just pierces through, you can see the lights shimmer, flicker, and then just it explodes outward. As shards of metal and debris just scatter around the room, suddenly valves start to burst. Some of those lights that are flickering on the floor just go quiet and still. The entire room begins to fill with just smog and mist. And that's what we'll pick up next week.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn.
Definitely expected to have some sort of explosion that was going to take me down right there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. So, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
I'm still
JD.
the Dragonborn scientist.
You solved my AI puzzle.
What?
The puzzle where we try not to die.
Right. Come on. I thought it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was
I had a
very
really good time. I'm just razzing you because I gotta. It's in my contract.
Whatever, man. Anyways, thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you for sticking in there. Remember, we are raising money for NAMI all month long. We are at just over $1,400 right now, which is amazing. I think we could stop there, feel good about ourselves, feel proud. But here at Neg 2, we never feel any of those things. So we're going to continue to drive and see how close to 5K we can get. We've still got a ton of monster content for you guys over the course of the next week. We've got tomorrow another episode of which is arguably probably one of my favorite shows, because I don't have one. We played it months ago. 2, I roll really well. 3, Jeremy Cobb is in it, and it's just an absolute blast. It was an absolute blast. Listening to it again after spending so much time away from it has been so much fun. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Stolen History tomorrow night. Beast of Bersak. Yeah. Beast of Bersak. We've got Ryan back this week, so we get to see what kind of awful things I do to them on Sunday in that strange French Call of Cthulhu world. Monday, back from War of Sinner's Dream. Wilhelm, is he going to live? Is he going to die? Probably. Wednesday, we've got a special one-shot with the crew from Dimension Door Games, who's going to come in and do essentially talk about their product launch and do a Q&A, somehow working Dungeons and Dragons into it. So I don't know. I'm the DM. I don't know what that looks like, or if I do, I'm not telling you. But it should be fun. So come hang out for that. And then we're back here. Well, Thursday we've got another Randy and D with Chuck, and then Friday we are back here. So. Whew.
Ooh, boy.
Is it June yet?
Only 10 more days, buddy.
Yeah, somewhere in that time I'm on a business trip and I'm still not missing any streams. I don't know.
It's dedication. It is truly dedication. Well, let's see. Who went down the most? Was it Tev?
I only went down once. It's me and Silas.
I mean,
Yeah, I rolled a death save, so.
Okay.
Silas did roll a death save.
You did roll a death save, so go ahead and tell us where we're gonna raid.
All right, let's pull out the real dice for this. The most important roll. That's a 13.
Other than that failed death save.
Obviously.
15, you said?
13.
15, yeah.
15. 15, sure.
17.
39.
25 on my D10.
3,690.
525,600 minutes.
It's not possible.
Careful, you'll awaken something within me.
But yeah, Atomic Peanut Butter Group, they're playing Eberron right now, so that'll be
Nice.
fun.
This is Eberron adjacent.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, thanks for everybody stopping by. Thanks for all the donations so far. It's good to be back. And come hang out next time.
Yeah. Let's see what Dark Souls boss these guys are stuck on. Now, everybody does that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.